Hi, everyone. Welcome to this video. We are talking about two of my favorite subjects, sensory differences and play therapy. Specifically, how does play therapy help kids who have sensory differences? So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because it's a YouTube clip, right? But I do want to give you just some sort of highlight points about how play therapy is so beneficial and so helpful to kids who have sensory differences. First, we have to remember what play therapy is and what the therapeutic power of play is. First of all, play is the natural language for all children. All children. It doesn't matter, who the child is, where they're from. It doesn't matter their gender. It doesn't matter their race. It doesn't matter what diagnostic label they might have. Play is their natural language for 2-year-old children, period. And within understanding that play and giving that permission for them to engage in their natural language, we provide this atmosphere for the child to address, work on, and express in so many ways, so many different things that they may be needing help with or needing to work on. Within play therapy, we're all about this understanding. And we understand that play is the change agent. And we understand the therapeutic powers of play. And we let those be front and center in our work with children with sensory differences. So many times kids with sensory differences are able to come in and actually work on a whole host of things that might be related to having sensory differences. Certainly the straightforward piece of sensory issues, being able to be in the playroom and being able to access different materials, toys, movement, all different types of play that can help speak to what they're needing in terms of work on their own sensory differences is huge. And play therapy can create that in our play therapy rooms and in our play therapy theories and approaches. Secondly, and this is huge in the area of play therapy, is the idea and the work on regulation. So many of our kids with sensory differences struggle from being dysregulated. These sensory differences connect to so many other things, sensory differences, which can create anxiety issues, which can create struggles in navigating social environments and situations, which can create fears. There's so many things that can start to get compounded. And what we have in play therapy when we address dysregulation in general and working on being regulated is we can help these kids, their whole system, become more regulated, more stable. They feel better. They're able to navigate better. This is huge work in the area of regulation, and play-based interventions, play therapy, play techniques. So many of our processes in play therapy theories really work on regulation and helping kids understand how their system works and how to help regulate. We also spend a lot of time on co-regulation, working with parents and helping them learn how to co-regulate with their child, helping the child understand what co-regulation means. This is huge for our kids with sensory differences. And the final point I want to make about play therapy and sensory differences is the importance on the child understanding themselves, gaining self-awareness, valuing themselves. This is huge in play therapy. Across all our play therapy theories and approaches, we promote this self-awareness, this value of the child, and helping them, better understand themselves and really value themselves. So we want kids with sensory differences to feel good about themselves. We don't want them to feel bad about themselves. We want them to value themselves, value their differences, even see the strengths that come along with their sensory differences. And play therapy is so helpful in that way, helping kids gain good, just solid mental health, feeling good about who they are, raising that self-worth and that self-esteem. And I see in a lot of my kids with sensory differences that has really been beaten down, that they come in with such low self-worth because they're basically being told that they're doing something wrong all the time. And getting labeled as a bad kid and getting in trouble all the time. And so it's so important that that gets turned around and we really help these kids understand who they are and value who they are and feel good about themselves. So just some of the ways that play therapy can be so valuable and helpful for kids with sensory differences. There's certainly a lot of other things we could get into and talk about, but just a highlight there of a few points that I think are really important to consider when we're doing play therapy kids with sensory differences, or when we're thinking about why would we work with kids with sensory differences, or why would we refer these kids to play therapy. So I hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel here. Follow us on our AutPlay Therapy Facebook page and check out our AutPlay Therapy website. And please come back and watch more videos. Take care. Thanks.